All right. Um, I was going to try not to eat until about 12 o'clock, but easier said than done. I think when I drink my tea, I am able to fast a little bit better, but controlling my appetite is still a struggle. And I'm better than I'm better at it than I used to be, but I'm not where I want to be, and that's the main thing. I was watching a YouTube show that talked about um, people who worked with John Wayne. And to a T, they all had positive things to say about him, even though they disagreed with him. And even though there were some of those who disagreed with him politically, they found him to be a very professional and oftentimes very thoughtful person. And I saw, I think it's Word on Westerns, and he had Patrick Wayne on there. And Patrick said, "My father was much different than the man he portrayed on film." So who you saw on film and who you saw, who he really was may not necessarily be. But a lot of times uh, people give their they give to a degree who they really are. There are certain celebrities, and I'm not going to name any names now. I would at one time, but I don't think I will. Who their personality, particularly if they're mean or cruel, uh, their personality certainly shines through, and doesn't matter what political party they come into. You can kind of just see that some of these people are easily agitated and easily upset. But that was interesting. And I think I was also watching Siskel and Ebert. They were Siskel and Ebert. Uh, they started on PBS, public television, reviewing movies, and then they went to ABC, and I think they were rather successful group. Didn't often, sometimes I did not agree with their uh, selections in movies, but I found them oftentimes very entertaining and kind of likable. The two gentlemen I don't think liked each other in the beginning, and I don't know if they really even liked each other even near the end. But Siskel and Ebert were very, very entertaining people, and I I enjoyed them. And I don't see anything like that today as far as cinema goes. And I don't see a lot of things on the news that isn't slanted one way or the other. We don't have people that give their news opinion. And I'm kind of guilty of that myself. I could talk more about movies and how they've changed, but my days of going to the movies I used to be a huge movie buff, and I'm not anymore. Kind of my father's death kind of like put the nail in that coffin. Actually, after my mom died, there's just not a lot of enjoyment of these things as much anymore. And general, but yeah, food right now is the biggest struggle. If I can control when I eat, I've got the what I eat pretty much. I don't eat carbs and stuff or complex carbs, so the what I eat, but it's when I eat and how much I eat is still the issue. Even if it's good stuff, I still eat too much of it. So that for me is the largest struggle. And I'm able to fast. Like I'm able not like completely fast uh, for a couple of days even sometimes. It's easier for me to do that than it is to actually like diet. And I don't know why that is. I don't know. Like there may not be any tricks to it. It's just like it may be like lifting weights. The more you do it, the better you become at it. It's just a discipline. And I've been really tired lately. Like 7:30. Like I might even go on Discord, like and doing a few chats. But sometimes I'm just so out of it, man. And my main thing right now is my health. And I don't know why I'm really tired, but I am. I get these fatigues throughout the day, and I can't go as long as I used to. And that may be part of life. I mean, there is nothing, health is something I may not have control over, even my own appetite. I don't have much control over because when you're hungry, your hunger takes over. I would almost say the same thing when you have sexual desire. I think it's got it. Sometimes it does have a mind of its own. I mean, beyond like rape and incest and pedophilia, control some of your deviance, but like like you're attracted to someone and you know they want to have that thing, and all of a sudden the phone rings and she picks it up, uh, you're going to be pissed off. So things do happen, and just trying to gain my bearings. Looking at YouTube, and France says that woke culture is destroying America and weakening it throughout the world. Well, I kind of believe that's true. Woke culture denies due process and the like, but what can you do? There are times when unhinged lunatics control um, society. They control, like, you can have a parent that's unhinged, and that's even worse than, I would say, a government. If you're a child who has a parent that's kind of kooky, but it seems like America has a parent that's kind of kooky, but they think they're right, but you live under their roof, so uh, my house, my rules. And sometimes you choose to resist, other time, I mean, for me, sometimes I choose to resist, other times I just choose to play along because it's easier to do that than fight. And I believe that a person should pick their battles. And sometimes, um, or oftentimes, the battle, it's not worth it. It's not worth the fight. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Um, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and thank you for listening.